Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fulton Street Beats. I promised you I would get a Chinese knockoff, a clone, not the real deal of a guitar. And that's exactly what I did. Why? Well, I used to buy a lot of knockoffs, and honestly, a lot of them were horrible, and a lot of them were really, really good. So I haven't bought one in a long time, and I really wanted to see if they have gotten better or they have gotten worse. So we're going to be ordering, well, probably quite a few within the next few months, so I can bring to you a accurate representation of just what's coming out of China. I'm here because I like guitars, and I want to show you what other countries can do or other people can do. And are you overpaying for a guitar, or are you underpaying? What is the deal? What exactly are we getting for with a brand name? Now, this guitar that I ordered is, well, one, because I really wanted it for myself because I am a big Nuno fan. That's right. I'm a Nuno Bettencourt fan. That's the guitar player for Extreme. They got a new album coming out very shortly called Extreme 6. I am so excited. If you guys haven't heard the 3 releases that they did off that album yet, I suggest you check them out because, man, they're shredding better than ever, and I'm really excited about that album, and that's what sparked me to get this guitar. This is a copy of a Washburn N4, at least it should be, or a 4N. I'm not sure which one they sent, but we're going to unbox this thing. It just arrived, and I got this guitar on eBay. So if this guitar is decent, I'll leave a link to it. If it is not decent, I'm not going to leave a link to it because I don't believe that you should buy guitars. Maybe I'll leave a link in now. Maybe that's up to you. You're adults, right? We're all adults here. If you decide you want to take a chance on one, then go ahead. Is it going to have that cool neck joint? Is it going to have that feeling? And what's it going to be? So let's check this thing out. So here's the box it came in, and it came quickly. Man, it came quickly. It came in a few days, so that means it was already here in the United States. This shipped out of New Jersey, actually, and they shipped it yesterday's when they took a couple days for them to ship it, but then when they did, it was shipped yesterday and here today, so I can't complain. I didn't plan on doing this video this quickly, but let's get into this box and see exactly what we're getting for the. Well, I forget when I paid for it now. I'm gonna have to look at that, but it was less than $300, and I know that sounds kind of expensive for a knockoff, right? Well, let's see what it gets you. And who knows? Is it something we stay clear of, or is it something that we don't stay clear of? And of course, it is encased in plastic. And we have a piece of paper here telling us, of course, how to adjust the truss rod adjustment. And it's showing the truss rod adjustment at the base of the neck as it should be on a Washburn N4 signature series, Nuno signature series. So hopefully it has the correct truss rod and it's not at the top. So let's sit that here. Let's open this up. Oh, there we have it. So it definitely looks like an N4. And let me see, I'm looking at my cheat sheets over here. So the Nuno Bettencourt Washburn was originally designed by luthier Stephen Davies. They were introduced in late 1990, just a little trivia for you. And it became Nuno's primary guitar and is marketed by Washburn as his signature series. They made these guitars in a variety of different woods throughout the years. We got alder, paddock, swamp ash, carina, mahogany, even maple was used on some of the limited series. And of course, we have that Stephen extended cutaway bolt-on neck joint. Hopefully this has this, and we'll see if it's got jumbo frets and what have you. But there's been various versions of this guitar, so we'll see exactly what we got here. So we do have a whammy bar and a chord in here, which is a good sign because it should have a Floyd Rose style bridge. And we'll check that out because, man, those used to be horrible. So no logo on the headstock. So right away, no logo on the headstock, which I kind of wanted one. We can put one on there though. That's just me. Locking nut, it's the right size. This headstock is the right, wow. Bird's eye maple, I can tell you that already. Very thin neck, I can tell you that already too. Let's here, get this undone. And you guys are going to see, does it have the correct neck joint, guys? Does it have the correct neck joint? There we go. There we go. There's that Stevens extended cutaway system right here that they got. Oh, it does have the correct neck joint. Now, what is this this back plate right here? This would actually be the Davies back that they did here. That's how I can tell by the cavities. I guess there's 3 different versions. I'm looking at my cheat over here. We had the Davies versions, then we had a Relic version, and then there was another version. In these versions, they usually blocked the tremolo system because they usually ran a detuna up front. Does not have a detuna for sure. But if I'm looking at the back here and I'm looking at this right, but they actually, so it's kind of got a little bit of, no, wait a minute. No, so hold on. So this is the padded model is what they would do, because I'm looking at the cuts. They cut these each differently for your cavity covers. Okay. So no. So this wouldn't have the pickup adjustment through the body on the inside like your Relic version would have. That according to this right here. Okay. Very, very cool. So they made a specific version of this. I'm looking at the body. It looks to be swamp ash, to tell you the truth. That's what it looks like. That's what it feels like. The neck, whoa. Okay, so that's a slim D on this one. A very slim D, and it is a beautiful bird's eye maple. I mean, extremely beautiful bird's eye maple. And I'm looking at the fretboard, and it looks like it is, yeah, a colored, it looks like a maple fretboard. It has jumbo frets. This one does have jumbo frets also. Very cool and very nice and pronounced. And super nicely done. That is a beautiful fret. What do you think, guys? Is this cool or what? Of course, we have the N4 decal on here. These are notorious for coming off, which is not a big deal because that gives it the right look when they start coming off. Super nice frets. Wow. Great fret. This is, yeah, slim D. Look at this, guys. Slim, very slim D. Very, very cool. There's that Venus. Look at this. Look how you can access these high frets because of this cutaway right here. Amazing. So I'm checking out the fit and finish of the guitar first. And it's looking good. I like it. It's got the little rise here like a lot of them have. No grit in the knob. It's not a push-pull. 3-way switch. Very positive feeling. Well, I don't know if she's tuned up, but the tremolo is perfectly level. And the action seems to be nice and low. Let's give it, find my pick here, and we'll give it a, see how far out she is. Doesn't seem like it's that far out, so let's put the tuner on it and just see. A. Ooh, A's look really close. D's dead on. G's out. Let's get the G up where she should be. There's our G. And I'm watching the tremolo to see if it's going to stay well, because you have a feeling this was set up. G. It's B. G. E. She's pretty close to in tune, and our tremolo is perfectly level. So that tells me the guitar has been set up properly, and it's just stretching from sitting since they set it up. We're going to check the action real quick. Wait a minute. Let's see if we got any buzz anyways first. No dead strings, no buzz. We are good to rock and roll. I'm going to check action. Feeling like about a millimeter to me, but let's see what we got here at the 12th. That's exactly what it is. We're exactly 1 millimeter at the 12th. And that is carrying over onto every, so this has had an extremely well set up. Whoever did them, set them up extremely well before it left the factory. So that is really cool. Guys, are you kidding me right now? So far, all is well and very cool. What's it sound like? I don't know yet, but perfect. Yep, so set up remarkably well right out of the box. Very impressive, very impressive. I'm definitely going to leave a link to the seller. We're going to have to get some sounds on this thing in a second, but what do you think, guys? So now, if you guys have looked up these Bettencourt necks like this, they're like $350, $400 for this style neck alone with this neck joint. Now, no, it's not originalized, I don't think. But wow, a slim D. Look at the profile of this neck. I mean, super, super thin D. Definitely a shred machine for sure. And it looks fantastic. I mean, it looks great. And I want to get in the back here while I'm with you too. Let's check out and see exactly what they did here. What's in the back? I'm digging that they kept everything too true to form. They left off a logo, probably so they wouldn't get in trouble. But the cutaway's nice. Nice body. It's an unfinished body, which is nice. So you could finish this body, you could stain it, do anything you want with it. And this is how these guitars were. You can get like give it finishes or whatever, but this is normally what you saw him play. The screws, by the way, are all in straight, something you don't see all the time with knockoffs or even with name brand guitars. So put this in perspective. This is 150 times better than the Kramer Striker that just came in. It was so foobarred. This guitar so far is crushing that Kramer. Crushing a Gibson product. That's right. So what do we got going? Oh, okay. Let's see what we got going on in here. So nicely routed. They actually took the time to make sure that claw is centered. Make sure you see this because our Kramer was not centered. I had to fix that. The claw is centered. It's routed out very nice and recessed, which is very nice. Really nice route out. And this is an actual router. So this isn't CNC'd. This is actually done with a router, but done very, very well. We obviously have a 1-2-piece body here. Very cool. This neck is just freaking me out. How awesome it is. My God, I love this neck. The tremolo has a really good size block on it. So that's also really good. Solder joint on the claw is really nice. It's floating properly. It has been set up, and they even recessed down where the claw sits. They took the time to recess down where the claw sits so everything would function properly and it would line up properly with the tremolo block. So quality control is awesome. We got a QC pass, no initial on it, but yet they did it. Unlike the Kramer, they did it. But what do we got for electronics? I'm sure it's going to have a small pot, of course. It's got to, right? Let's look in here. Plastic on the back, of course, of these things. Routed nicely for the cavity covers. So yes, we have one single pot, the CF pot that you see in a lot of these. I've got no issues with these. They work great. They've always sounded great for me. But once again, the routing is remarkably good. Remarkably good routing in this guitar. Super, super nice routing. They did a fantastic job. The input jack, or we should say output jack, is done very, very nicely. Very easy guitar to mod if you so choose. And let's check out our switch. There is our switch. It is not a boxed switch. It is a normal switch. And it's wired and everything's tucked in there. But again, done really, really nice. Good solder joints everywhere. Good solder points. Everything's really done nicely. This routing is something you don't see on Chinese guitar that's this good. very much. This is an amazing guitar. I'm so glad I bought this guitar. I bought this guitar to upgrade if it needed it, but man, hopefully it sounds decent just to fiddle around with first. But I'm noticing that the quality of the Floyd Rose, the imitation Floyd Rose, is actually, they got some cheapies over here, and it's come a long ways. This is a lot better than most of them. It's sitting in the wedge the way it's supposed to. It's level here in the route out the way it's supposed to be. We have the right action. We have the right neck release. Everything is correct. We have a correct nut on here. One thing that it could use is a string tree because of the nature of this neck. And using it, but there's ways to overcome that. But very, very cool. I will change these strap buttons. I don't like these, but I'm really loving the carve away on this neck. So let's see. We know there's been numerous versions of this, and the bird's eye maple neck with the 22 jumbo frets is something that I wasn't expecting with the bird's eye maple. The pictures didn't show a bird's eye maple; it just kind of blended. This is a beautiful neck. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, that's worth the price of admission all day long. The quality they took. So, you could finish this guitar in anything you wanted to. Me, personally, I'm just going to leave it just like it is because I think it's really cool. We do have the Stevens extended cutaway and the pad number on here where they piece that in as part of the neck into the body. Very, very strong. I couldn't imagine trying. This was a worry of mine. Shimming this neck. I wouldn't. Shimming this neck would have to be a pain because this whole part is the neck. It would have to be such a pain to do. And thank God we don't have to because it is right. I mean, this is the setup. We just had a guitar in here. The Les Paul by IYV that is the best setup guitar that's ever came through here. And I'm talking about a guitar that is has a regular bridge, not a tremolo system, not a Floyd Rose. This is the best setup guitar that I've ever seen come with a Floyd Rose. It's practically in tune. Let's plug it in. Let's play it and see what the verdict is then. What are we going to have to do to upgrade this to get the sounds we want out of it? I can't imagine that the pickups would be fantastic in it, although the IYV impressed me, and that was a guitar that was $176, and I wouldn't touch those pickups. So I think China is getting their shit together on these guitars, these replicas, and because this thing, wow. I mean, I would definitely upgrade parts on this. I think it's worth it. I mean, just for me, not that you would ever do it or want to do it, doesn't mean you have to do it, but probably tuners, probably a better locking nut, maybe a legit Floyd Rose, and of course the pickups to make everything really come together because the body on this thing is awesome. Let's get over and play it because I'm rambling. I'm excited. This is a cool guitar. Nuno Bettencourt, Washburn N4, not 4N, but N4, and it's just cool. It's just cool. It will age and wear well and show its play. I like it. We'll leave a link in the description. Let's head over and get some sounds. Stay right there, and I'll be right back. Okay, so that was fun. Just hitting it and forgetting it and just playing whatever. What I was really trying to do was get this guitar to come out of tune. So I got through playing that backing track. I went downstairs. I grabbed something to eat. I hung this up for a little bit. Come back. And what I want to do is this. Well, see how far out it is. Um, Something tells me it didn't come that far out of tune. What I can tell you, the positives about this guitar. I'm going to give you some quick positives and negatives really quickly before we go. Um, Positives: the fret job is outstanding. The fretboard is great. It plays nice. It's got a super fast neck. It looks fantastic. I mean, look at it. It's routed out very nice. It seems to be a very good quality. It's not cheap. It's not light. You know what? While we're right here, let me get a weight. You guys aren't going to see this, but I have my scales right up here on the ceiling. So what I'm going to do real quick is turn this on and get a weight and see what it weighs, because I'm sure a lot of you are curious just exactly what it weighs. Let me see here. Bear with me. Okay, and what do we have? 7.74 pounds, so not quite 8 pounds. 7.74 pounds. So it's right up there. Feels good, right? I believe that this is a swamp ash body. I could be wrong. It's got a really nice green. It looks par for course. You can tell me what you think of this. I'm really impressed. Tuners can't really give you a tuning quality. I know that they're doing their job and they're not requiring a lot of turning, and they're holding nicely for what they do, because we have a locking nut on this. The locking nut seems to be done right, and I noticed that they even took the time to make sure that the locking nut was shimmed underneath properly. So that says a lot about whoever set up this guitar, that they actually cared. They actually shimmed the locking nut. Sometimes you don't see that. You just see, well, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. So trem seems to be holding fine. It seems to be staying in tune. Like I said, we're going to throw the tune around here and check that. What do I not like about this guitar? Well, strap buttons, for one. I don't like the strap buttons. And I'm not fond of the whammy bar that comes with it. It's too high. And it doesn't really, I don't think it fits properly either. It doesn't snug down the way it's supposed to. This one does. This one's off of a Floyd Rose Special. And this one fits perfectly, screws down nicely. So it does have the same threads. This does look remarkably like a Floyd Rose. I mean, it feels like one. It feels good. It seems like it plays good. The wedges are good. Everything is nice. Pickups are outstanding. They're fantastic. Will I upgrade them? I don't know. You never know. We might put the ones that match the original in it. But yeah, I'm really impressed with the guitar. So let's throw the tuner on here real quick. And I haven't touched this since we did the backing track, so she's probably going to be out. But let's start with our high E. So you guys can see this here. We're on high E still, a little bit out, but it's ringing into the green. And then there's our B. B is so close, it's not even crazy, so I can just give this like a fine tuner just a little bit. Well, she should come right in. Should. There we go. Okay. G. G's out just a touch. Oh, just came in, didn't it? G. G is out just a touch. I mean, ever minutely. There we go. G. There's our D. D is on. It's out just a touch. So everything came out pretty uniformly. There's our A. A is still on, just out a touch, but still going in to the green. Now let's check our D. Because we're tuning D tuning, so it's out just a touch, everyone. Just a touch with this fine tuner. So it holds tune remarkably well. And keep in mind that, you know, the strings really didn't need stretching, because I have a feeling this guitar was already set up previously and it's already stretched. And that's what it's looking like anyhow. And the more I look at this locking nut, the more I realize that they really did take the time to get it right. There was even a shim kind of in this area. They actually set this guitar up really proper. Now, one thing that this does not have that the original has, it does not have it's not passing through the heel here into the locking nut. We may do that. That may be an upgrade that we can show you later on here at Full Street Beats. on how to drill out and put a pass-through locking nut on there. But to be honest with you, this is playing really good. If you are an extreme fan, if you are a excuse me, a Nuno fan, then you're definitely would like this guitar just to have anyhow. And it's a very inexpensive way of getting a little piece of that, get a piece of that rock and roll history without breaking the bank. Really cool guitar. I think you'll really like it. The fret job is amazing on this guitar. Like I said, no high frets. The neck is set up perfectly. Does that mean if you order one, it's going to be that way? That doesn't mean that at all. That just means that this one is this way. And as always, you buy at your own risk. I have nothing in this. I'm not affiliate to this, nothing like that. But I will leave a link if you are interested in the same seller and you want to take a chance. But this is very, very cool. Now, if you buy one of these guitars and you're expecting the super, super smooth finish and everything, it's not. This is bare wood. So this is how this is. This is a bare wood guitar, bare bones, but made to rock. The original on this, I think they cost right around $3,000-$4,000 for an original. So keep that in mind. Sometimes less, depending on the model. Outside also. So as always, thanks for watching Fulton Street Beats. If you could hit that like button, share, subscribe. I know this was a long one, but hey, you want to know the ins and outs of these guitars, so we're gonna get you in depth. That's for sure. So all right, guys, thanks for watching. Remember, it's rock and roll makes the world do that thing. Peace. Bye.